If we leave by 2, we'll have plenty of time, though.
Oh, I'm not worried.
I got to check a bag, though.
That's on you.
Scumbag.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is February 3rd, Super Bowl week.
I thought you guys were going to talk a while longer, so I started a chess game, and immediately the guy I'm playing came out and said this in the chat. I will be applying sanctions and tariffs on your pieces. Trust me. So I have to finish this game, but
All right,
I'll be
all
part
good.
of this.
Good.
I have to beat this fucking guy.
I mean,
no.
when we're talking sanctions and tariffs, you have my full blessing to go and fucking nuke him. As
Nobody's-
we should be doing to Canada and Mexico.
Nobody's ever said anything like this to me in a game of chess. Heretofore, I thought was a gentleman's game.
Smack talk.
I was just in Canada this weekend.
Oh, my God. Did your American ass get booed?
No.
Did you see at the Raptors game and at the Senators game, they booed the national anthem, the American national anthem?
I didn't know that. No, we don't do the national anthem before my shows, but I wonder if we
It's
did.
kind of whack that you
I
don't.
do.
Really?
I play it on my piano,
Yeah,
and
that's
everyone
nice.
sings along.
Yeah.
So honestly, we should. We should at least do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Do you know it all still?
Yeah,
Say it.
Pledge of Allegiance.
Already wrong.
I pledge of allegiance.
Oh, heretofore you fucked that up, bro.
He's from Britain. This guy's he's not even from a country that we are.
Did they start tariffs though? I feel like Britain.
They just came
fucking-
to a conclusion with Mexico to postpone the tariffs, I think.
Just Mexico, though,
Yeah.
not China and Canada.
Yeah.
You guys see they're putting a tariff on fentanyl, bro?
That sucks.
Use it now, bro.
Get it while you can.
Well, we want American-made fentanyl.
Exactly.
It's absolute bullshit that we're outsourcing our fentanyl to China through Mexico. Just make it in the factories in Detroit and Cleveland. Bring back
Yeah.
manufacturing.
Yeah, bring back homegrown Fent.
Let's open up those fucking GM plants that they shut
Yeah,
down in
yeah.
the 70s and get the fentanyl on the lines. You know who could help with that is Elon. Our good brother Elon.
Elon.
The news cycle has been fucking fast lately though.
I haven't really been keeping up to date. I've just been I was out in Canada, just focusing more on Canadian stuff lately.
So you didn't feel the tariffs while you were up there?
We didn't feel the tariffs, no.
Did things cost more or
I didn't
smuggle
really
back some maple?
spend anything. It's a pretty like low key weekend.
crazy how Mook just like smoked you on content with like a still frame.
Dude, his stuff was incredible.
Look, I don't want to say it was my idea.
What?
Well, if it was your idea, you would have did it.
I don't want to say it was my idea, but we were, there was discussions about it.
If it was your idea, you would have done it.
He went for it.
It's so crazy to
Putting
take
the
credit for his idea.
I'm not gonna take credit
You just
for.
did.
I'm not gonna take credit for the idea. I'm gonna say there was some inspiration in there.
You're talking about the chair on
The chair on the. I was on the line with him when
That
he
was
did
so
it.
funny.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
It was
Yeah.
so funny, but now Sass is like, well, that was actually my idea.
Well, no, I'm not saying it was my
You
idea.
just
You kind
said-
of did. You just
I'm just
did.
saying,
You
I'm
just
saying
did that. Yeah,
I just
you
want
did.
to.
So
I just want
weird,
to throw
like,
my hand in the pot.
If that's your bro, like, why not just let him get his still
No,
frame
but
off without taking
I'm
credit
hyping him
for
up.
it?
I was texting Francis this weekend. I was like, Mook's killing it. He's doing great.
I think for me, it's like, so rare.
You gotta let
that
people know, though.
you kind of give him credit and then you don't, and then you take it away. You take it for yourself.
I'm not taking it for myself.
You took something.
But attribute little Sass whenever you see that picture.
Yeah, think of me when you see it.
Do not think of Mook. We just gotta Photoshop your head onto that. Like looking back at the camera too. Not even facing forward.
It was great. We both did do that. We did that, and we played.
Well, no,
with-
you didn't. I didn't see it.
Well, we both did it.
I didn't see it online.
He did it before me,
Yeah.
but we spoke about it 2 days prior to doing it.
And you said it first.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Just say what you say. What you
I don't
mean to
recall.
mean what you say,
I
buddy.
don't recall. I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one. But
So you write all of Mook's pictures.
no, not all of them.
What about his
Some of the more successful ones.
What about his Burger King late night binge where he
Did you
was
write that?
He finished a lot
No,
of that.
no, but he did tell me he was gonna do that, and I was like, yeah, that's hilarious.
The Burger King one?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like that to me, I don't see your fingerprints on that one as much.
My fingerprints weren't on that one at all.
Yeah, so again, just kind of like not sure why.
Did you write it or no?
No, I'm saying I had nothing to do
You
with
just
that.
wrote the chair.
I wrote the chair. I had a part in writing the chair. Like, if there was credits at the end, I would be in the credits.
But whose name would go first?
Yeah, I guess, like, he would be, like, executive producer.
You'd be head writer?
Yeah, I'd be, like, head of photography. Director of photography.
I just think it's crazy to not let him have that moment when we're trying to go out of our way to be like, Mook's killing it.
This is bad, guys. I'm about to get checkmated, and it's because I had to do the podcast instead.
You want me to take over? Finish it off for you?
Tell him you're podcasting.
I'm just going to call him.
Tell him you're doing a very
F-slur.
successful.
I just called him the F slur. I couldn't even help myself.
And he's like, cigarettes.
Yeah.
As a British man. Sass, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Yes, I would. That's why I said yeah.
No.
That was me showing that I understood the joke.
You had 1,000-yard gaze thinking about
it showed me that
other stuff that Mook did. That
it said that I understood the joke, but it wasn't.
I'm not making any of that up.
You really did say.
Oh, you're gonna get banned.
He goes, I'm going to apply sanctions and tariffs on your pieces. Trust me. And then he got to a point where, because I couldn't focus, because we're talking about how you deserve all the credit for
Tell
Mook's
him you're
work.
very successful. Don't just say I'm at work. You could be at a
I don't
call
want
center.
him to actually know who I am, even though my actual face is my profile picture on
It's
Chess.
crazy to even make it, even change your profile picture on the Chess app.
And then when he went to, well, my screen name is FLS16. I'm not exactly throwing people off the scent. And then he goes, he gets me to that position, and the next move is going to be checkmate, and he goes, LOL, sanctioned, all caps.
And
And
you
then
hit
I
him with
called
the
him-
hard F.
And then I called him the F slur.
You have to
Reply
tell him that you're
back.
successful.
Yeah, reply back and be like, I'm actually really successful. Look me up.
I'm not going to do that.
Reply and be like, I'm a C-list niche internet celebrity. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
I'll ruin you.
Added shows in DC.
I'm so unhappy about losing that chess game right now. I'm like, it's going to be hard to overcome that.
Reply and start talking about your ticket sales. You have
Show
no
your
idea.
401k. Be like, let's compare 401ks.
Yeah, be like Comedy Loft this weekend.
I could be like,
6 shows.
why do you do this? You do this.
What?
You take real things.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But it's not something I'm actually.
Why?
I don't think that's a something to brag about on chess.com.
That's why it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Saying you're successful would be funny just because it's like ultimately like grasping at straws as you lose something.
Yeah.
Just like being like,
Yeah.
I'm actually good at other shit.
Yeah.
Well, if we foot raced, I'd
Yeah.
fucking beat you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do the Henley Regatta.
dude, this summer I raced on the beach. I raced this young girl that I know. She's like 5.
Oh.
And her whole identity up to this point in life has been about how fast she is.
Yeah.
And everyone affirms that. And I went, well, I let her get pretty far ahead. And then I did what the freeze does, I think, or the
At the
splash
Atlanta
at the
Braves
baseball
games.
and just overtook her so
Yeah.
aggressively that she started crying. And now apparently she's doing way better in school. Like, I beat her so badly that she changed her
refocused.
priorities
Yeah.
as a 5-year-old,
Yeah,
which
makes
I think
sense.
is a good lesson.
Yeah.
You
Sometimes
know?
you need that.
No, but she
Yeah.
shouldn't have given up running though.
I
Yeah,
think
it was for the best.
I think she's balancing now a little bit more, whereas before she was putting all of her eggs in the fast.
She was like
basket.
cocky around school. She thought she was that bitch. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, you're going to have to be studious. You're going to have to
Yep.
do it the old-fashioned
You're
way. Get it
average.
through grades.
Newsflash, you're average. A
Mhm.
lot of us are.
Yeah,
Not me, but a lot of people are.
that's right.
What was that old show on HBO where it was like about like a newsroom or something, and it was like the first
The morning
time
show?
on
It was
TV.
called The Newsroom.
Was it the newsroom where
Yeah.
it was like about America? No, that was on like Apple TV or something like that with
No, Newsroom was on HBO.
Oh, was it?
And Morning Show is on Apple
It's
TV.
Morning
on
show.
Apple TV, yeah.
Okay, yeah, newsroom, and the guy was like, America is like 48th in reading.
We're not
36th.
the best in the world.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the first time people had heard that.
27th in life expectancy, 38th in childhood literacy,
I know. I've
Do you
seen,
remember
I've
that?
seen
17th
exactly
in
that.
teenage
yeah.
pregnancies.
Yeah.
That was like a jarring. That trailer went
Yeah.
quadruple
So
platinum.
if you
I feel
tell
like
me
I
that you
just
think
saw that
America's the best in
recently.
the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about,
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah, I saw that very recently. I don't know why.
That's
it used to be.
On Instagram.
There was a time when we cared about these things.
That's what you gave to that little girl. You're like, I don't know what the fuck you're so proud of.
Yeah,
You're beating other
exactly.
5-year-olds in
Yeah.
foot races at a loose sand beach.
How long is this flight to New Orleans?
What?
Because I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll watch a movie or something.
It's like 2.5.
2.5. I think I might watch Scent of a Woman again.
I'll tell you what.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
New Orleans Airport,
Terrible.
one of the best in the country.
Really?
Unbelievably
This is music
MSY?
to my ears.
sleeper, quiet,
Ooh.
incredible,
Ooh.
incredible airport.
Go Birds.
We're going to have to figure it out on the way back. You're going to lose all of our street credit. What's so great about the airport?
Well, that open atrium when you walk in, I mean, just you get in there. I like airports that have a lot of open space. That first atrium where the security lines funnel in and all that is gigantic. It's all beautiful. It's shining. It's new. Tons of glass, crazy ceiling high windows, all that, and it just works. Delta Lounge is nice. Everything's good.
You know what airport sucks is the Toronto airport.
Yeah, not great.
Not great.
Why?
I rented a car. You know when you go rent a car as a Amex Platinum holder, of course. When
You're platinum? You're platinum. That's what I thought.
With what? What are you?
Oh, you're not. Oh, you meant Amex. I'm sorry. I was thinking Delta, because I know you're platinum on Delta.
No, I'm Diamond Medallion.
Oh, really?
Yes.
When did that happen?
So how are
The
you in
disrespect.
27D?
The disrespect is out of control. I'm not in 27D.
I can't
Dick.
Stop pretending like you don't have good status.
I'm in 3A.
You are?
Yeah.
How?
Did I have to spend the money myself to get to 3A? Yes, I did.
But you were booked in 27D?
Did Barstool book me in 27D? Yeah, they did.
There was a time when you didn't need to be first class.
Yeah, and then things changed.
Hmm.
I put on a little weight.
You need the seatbelt extender?
Need the seatbelt extender.
You're a plus-size park hopper now?
I'm gonna board before you and say my buddy in 2B needs a seatbelt extender.
Well, how would you ever board before me?
Oh, I'll figure it out.
No way.
I'll slip some laxatives in your drink at the airport.
I'll gladly shit on the
force you to
plane.
bathroom.
I'm a family man now. I get to board first.
No, you do not.
It's people with small children
He's
get to
right.
board first.
You don't have any small children with you.
I
It
have
doesn't say with you.
Yeah, it
and I get
does.
to go with him because
Yes.
I have a friend who's in the military, a family member in the military.
That doesn't count at all.
Yes, it does.
No.
I have a very
This
close
isn't
family
it's not
member
the
who's
fucking Gronk commercial.
in the military.
What is the Gronk
USAA?
commercial? USAA.
No, isn't
Even
it
if
Navy
you're a-
Federal
even if you're a
Credit
Oh,
Union?
family
yeah, that's what it is.
Navy Federal Credit
Yeah,
Union.
yeah.
I have a wheelchair waiting for me at the airport.
Really?
Yeah.
It will be
Mhm.
nice. I haven't traveled with Roan in a while. It'd be nice not having to do having to be filming stunts all around the airport.
What are you talking
When
about?
I go to the airport with Francis, it's like, all right, time to see what what Francis is gonna make me do.
I don't pitch it to you
There's like gags involved.
You know why I
every
do
step
that?
of the way.
because it means I'm trying to sell tickets for the shows that you and I are doing together. I'm letting fucking Cleveland know we're on our way. Someone has to do it.
Yeah.
It's also a little more, compelling than some still photo of you fly fishing and being like 6 shows this weekend in Timbuktu.
You also said that you wrote Francis's bits. You tell me on the side all the time that you
I
write
do.
Francis's stuff.
Yeah. A couple of them.
How dare you?
A couple of them.
That-
You wouldn't even touch the minibar.
You have no dedication to the bit. It's weak.
Oh man, you guys should have seen the ranked session that we had this weekend. It made my weekend.
What does that mean?
We played ranked, competitive Call of Duty.
Mhm.
And we won 4 in a row. We had a full
Who's we?
team. Me, Mook, Peters, and Nate.
Nate was there.
Yeah.
No Bo?
No Bo, no.
What was
God,
Bo
no.
up to?
Bo's in Spain.
He's in Seville.
They don't allow it there?
He didn't bring his PlayStation, and to be honest, even if he did, he's not in that 4.
Nate's the guy.
Nate's unbelievably good at Call of Duty.
Better than you?
Yeah.
God, he didn't even talk about it when I
You never have
him.
met him.
I'm sorry?
The rankings in Call of Duty it goes Peters is the best,
Mm-hmm.
then Nate very close behind, and then me a little bit further behind them, but still close, and then a big drop off, and then Mook.
So,
But Mook is still good.
Peters
It's just we're
is
elite.
extremely good.
Peters is like, I genuinely have had conversations without Peters involved with my other friends.
Being
Being
like, he's so good.
No, being like, if we get him in the right like training and like get him practicing and taking it seriously, like he could go pro.
You need to get him in the training camp then.
Yeah, but he won't take it seriously. He refuses
Oh,
What's wrong with him?
You know,
because he thinks it's a stupid thing to do.
that's right.
It's not.
He's right.
He's not,
How can you say that when he's that good and he's definitively?
because he doesn't believe in himself. No one's ever told him like, go do this.
But it's not that he doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't believe in the game as a pursuit of life.
Oh, he does.
Well, why don't you
You just
start
said he
believing in
didn't.
him?
He doesn't think he's good enough to make it.
I thought you said he doesn't. He thinks it's a stupid thing to be good at.
No.
That's what you said.
You said that.
No, I think he thinks it's just not realistic.
Now you're changing your tune.
That's what I meant. But I think if we get him the proper
I think if you beat
training-
him over the head with this argument, it will completely undo all the stuff about the evacuation proximities from last week.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if this is the one. We need a real definitive
okay.
win. You're right. I'm looking for that. I have my eyes peeled. I have my eyes and ears wide open.
People are still talking about it. In Canada, it was a buzz in Canada. Everyone I went to, and everyone that came up to me after the shows, dude, you smoked Francis and Rowan in that argument. You made them look like fools. And I was like, guys, they're my friend. I'm like, they're actually my friends.
God damn
I was
you.
like, I know we joke around on the podcast, but those are actually my friends. So I prefer if you didn't.
No,
talk
my
bad
family
about
up in
them.
Canada was talking about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at
Your
your show.
family in Canada?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, quick thought. That you were saying the drive from the airport in Toronto to downtown.
Yeah.
I have felt doing that drive in an Uber that it reminds me of the world that they made in Inception, where it's just all these empty buildings.
shiny.
100%.
It's just empty buildings that spring up from the earth. They're endless. It feels absolutely lifeless.
Couldn't agree more.
There's no.
It's just this like 2004 dream of what a future could be.
Yeah.
Like this Dubai-ified dream of like a future metropolis. And it doesn't even feel like when you're in Toronto, when you're on Queen and Spadina, when you're in Dundas, it doesn't even feel like that, Crody. Like it's really completely different, but like
there was a
Driving
certain
in
to
YYZ.
There was a certain energy in the city that you could tell like Drake is not doing well.
What are you talking about?
Like I think it had something to do with the Grammys last night. I mean, did you watch the Grammys last night?
No, I don't watch the Grammys.
Dude, Kendrick Lamar won Best Record and Best Song of the Year, and it was the roast. It was the
I know the diss track.
diss track, and they played it on TV. Certified Lover Boy, Certified Pedophile.
I don't
on
get
TV.
it. I
They
don't
played
get
it.
how I don't really get how they honor diss tracks.
I don't know.
Because Drake did Back to Back, which I think won a Grammy, right?
I'm not sure if it won a Grammy.
It was certainly nominated.
They historically disrespect Drake at the Grammys.
Hold on.
I mean, they disrespected him. I mean, dude, they were showing Taylor Swift screaming like "Certified Pedophile,"
Which I mean, that's Kendrick's audience.
Drake's song Back to Back was nominated for Best Rap Performance at the 58th Grammy Awards.
This wasn't even Best Rap Performance. This was like Best Song of the
No,
Year.
I know. I'm just saying that,
It's
like,
insane.
I remember when Drake got nominated for a Grammy for that diss track to Meek Mill, which I thought, are they just trying to further ignite the flames?
I don't
think diss tracks should win
but I think it depends on the song.
Awards.
Because there are really good, like, there's songs that are technically, like I wouldn't put, like, Back to Back is a great song.
It's a great song.
And
all my personal records in weightlifting have come to
from
that
Back
song.
to Back, yeah.
Everyone.
Twitter fingers turn to
squat,
trigger
front
fingers turn
squat,
to Twitter fingers.
hang clean,
Is that a world tour? Is that how
bench
girls
press.
do?
Yeah, exactly. It's a
Yeah.
banger. That song's a great song.
Yeah.
And the Kendrick song is a great song. It's a great song.
Yeah.
But there's like Hit 'Em Up by Tupac would never win. It would never win Best Song of the Year.
Because he's dead?
No, because that song wasn't as good. It was a good diss track. Like, it was like, damn, that was fucking great. I fucked your bitch, or what does he say?
Fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
Yeah, he says, I claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. Like, they're not going to put that on the Grammys.
A certified pedophile?
You're right on that, but that's kind of a banger. Like it's a little bit more like it's a little less direct.
But he
than,
actually fucked his wife. He actually fucked Faith Evans. Drake's
But
not
it's-
actually a pedophile.
I mean, look, I'm a Drake. I'm just as big of a Drake fan as you are.
Bro, you love to get to the last second, act like you're a big fan, and then start kicking dirt on his grave, pissing on the 6, going to you're in Dundas.
This is all you don't understand. Like this is all calculated. Like every move in my life is calculated. Like when I remember listening to Drake as a child, and I remember seeing you interview him at like the BET Awards or whatever it was, and I remember being like, I'm gonna do a podcast with that guy.
Did you see
not Drake?
Not Drake. I was like, I want to get involved with that guy.
He's the real one.
Yeah.
When Kendrick won, he lists the artist that inspired him, and he said Daylight. You know who Daylight is? Yeah. Daylight's a battle rapper who has a tattoo on his face. I was at a battle rap with him in Arizona. He pulled down his pants and started to he tried to take a shit on the stage.
You told me about this guy.
2 security came out and got him under his arms and carried him out.
Yeah.
And he had his ass out and started kicking his feet like this.
Hey, but that's awesome.
He's so funny. I battle rapped against it. I battled him in Philly. He had
home court advantage.
Well, I mean, it was my only battle in Philly that I ever did, and I took the hardest competition. The guy that's getting thanked at the Grammys. I said, "Make
Did you
it as
win?
hard as possible."
He left.
He jumped off stage. He left the battle. He ran away.
Wait, I thought that was the dude that you dressed up as Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that's Daylight.
That's Daylight?
That's the guy that got thanked at the fucking...
Wait, didn't he lose his mind?
I mean, he writes... I think he wrote the stuff for Kendrick Lamar.
But didn't he have a full-on crash out? He broke down on Periscope.
He always does that. He fucking tried to take a shit on the stage at a rap battle.
Have you ever seen this?
No.
Roan goes out. They all the jokes.
I haven't seen that one. I've watched most of Roan's battles.
All of the jokes were that Roan was because you were white or something like that.
No, in the last battle he went against Pat Stay, and it was the King of the Dot title match, and he dressed up as a slave.
Yeah.
And so I was I came out as Abraham Lincoln, and I was like, I'm here to set you free, my son.
This was the next time?
Yeah, the next.
And he walked off. He runs out through the crowd.
Yeah, he jumped
he jumps off the stage and then walks out through the crowd and leaves.
Who does?
Daylight. The guy that Roan was battling.
Because he knows he's lost?
I mean,
the second Roan comes out in Abraham Lincoln, Roan's standing there going like this, and then Daylight just walks off the stage. And the battle gets canceled.
No, I said my stuff because I had sold all these tickets.
Yeah,
So I said it all to the crowd.
Why did he leave?
I mean, I think that because he does all these antics and stuff like that. So I never had done really antics in rap battles. And so since it was him, I was like, I'm going to do something crazy. And it's when someone does something crazy, the other person can't win, because all anybody talks about is he tried to take a shit on the stage.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to do an antic against the antic guy, and he didn't have an antic plan, so his antic was jumping off stage and running away.
But then he put out I remember because I watched the video. He put out a long video where he's walking down the street, and he's on the verge of tears.
When?
After that battle.
Oh, I mean, he was doing crazy stuff. The night before, he was like, I hacked into your phone. I know all your bars. He was texting me.
You ruined his life.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He's getting thanked by Kendrick Lamar now.
I know, that is sick. I'm happy he bounced back because it seemed like after that you fucked him up for a bit.
No, he's like a Grape Street Crip. He's what I do can't fuck this dude up.
I feel like you're not even aware of the video that he posted.
I know. I'm aware of everything.
Daylight.
Daylyt. But what's crazy is him, and he had a mixtape. He was like, what should I name my mixtape? And Drake commented on his Instagram, was light skin, LYT skin, like daylight. And he used that as his nickname. Him and Drake used to be, I think, close to one another. Then I don't know what happened. Now he's on Kendrick's side writing these diss tracks for Kendrick.
Is it the case that when rappers do diss tracks, they often call upon the battle rap community to help them?
I don't think so. No one called me.
This is the first time I've heard that anyone other than Kendrick had been part of the writing process for that song.
A bunch of writers on these songs, but Daylight's definitely one of them.
I suppose it stands to reason, given how many he put out in such short succession.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and I don't know if it goes the other way, but it'd be smart to use a battle rapper for something like that.
Sure would. Yeah.
He shouted out Ab-Soul.
Yeah, he shouted out a bunch of TDE people. But I mean, TDE won everything last night.
Yeah.
Dochi's TD.
Bring out the brooms.
Yeah.
You hear Mustard say that?
Yeah, I did see.
So no part of you was like, this is pretty sick?
No.
The whole time you were like, fuck this. Like, were you mad when Kendrick won?
No.
No? You seemed mad when I texted you?
What are you talking about?
Well, because I texted you not even joking. Like, I was being dead serious.
You said Super Bowl tickets are going to be $38,000.
I said because we've been tracking the Super Bowl tickets this entire time.
Yeah.
And they've been going down a ton because no one wants to see two fucking loser organizations play in the Super Bowl. So they've been going down.
I have a free ticket. I don't have to go with you.
They're literally
I would watch your tone.
They're literally at like record low prices. Like they're pretty much giving away Super Bowl tickets.
Is that so?
Yes.
No.
And so I said after he won, because he won record of the year, and then he wins song of the year. And I texted Rona, I was like, dude, there's like an actual chance that this might impact the ticket prices.
And that's a special needs assessment that you made. You think someone's watching the Grammys and they're like, I got to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because everyone knows.
Turn this up, hun.
Because everyone knows that Kendrick Lamar is now, he's actually definitely going to do Not Like Us at the Super Bowl.
I don't think there was a world where he wasn't going to.
I think I would have, but before last night, I would have said.
It's the biggest song of the year, no matter what.
But doing it at the Super Bowl is insane.
But he did it at, on his concert and the entire NBA came out.
Clearly, but that was an LA fucking, like, fundraiser or some shit.
I'm just saying that there's a pretty big marriage between
I think there's a big difference
and professional athletes. Professional athletes do not seem afraid to throw their lot in with Kendrick Lamar.
But I'm not talking about the athletes. I'm talking about the fact that this is it's the most viewed thing ever.
Are you saying
he's doing it on the highest stage that you could possibly do?
Do you think he'll omit the pedophile verse?
No.
You think he'll do that?
I think he's going to do
it.
I
think that he's going to do. I think he's my prediction.
And we're going to be there.
He's going to get right up to that line, and he's going to stop the performance, and the whole crowd's going to say it, and he's going to be like, "What? I didn't say it."
I think he says it.
I think that it's for the defamation lawsuit. I think that it would be like if he just stops it, and then everybody else says it, he has plausible deniability.
Bro, he'll just pay like the amount of money that he's making right now. He'll just pay the defamation lawsuit.
He should be giving some money to the fires. Bro.
How much does the Super Bowl pay? If you get booked on that gig, what's the guarantee?
Enough.
What's the guarantee for the Super Bowl?
I don't even think it's that crazy.
Probably $1 million to much more. At least.
I thought it was like SNL where you get paid like $5,000.
I could see them paying a very small amount and be like, "This is the biggest publicity you'll ever get."
Okay. Wait, I had a question.
Fuck, was it about diss tracks? The Grammys?
What was it about Kendrick Lamar?
His goofy ass.
Do you think he'll bring out Lil Wayne? Or is
No.
Lil Wayne still sore that he was not named the halftime show?
No, I don't
Lil
think
Wayne's
he'll bring
down
out
there.
Lil Wayne. I don't think do him and Lil Wayne have any songs together?
No, and if you know the whole album.
Oh yeah, Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa's a sick song.
Mona Lisa, I painted it's like a long storytelling. It's not like a hit, but it's like amazing rapping.
It's a really good song.
I would be so pissed if that was one that they did at the Super Bowl.
I would be so fired up. That's for the heads, bro.
No, I'd hate it.
I would give you the Rap Genius.
Like I'm hoping that I want Kendrick to do
after.
the bangers. I don't want him doing like fucking.
Ron, I remembered my question.
Yes, brother.
Okay, so I've always
King
been confused by this. So, what was that?
I said I don't want him doing King Kunta.
What's the yams? The yams got it out of Richard Pryor. What's that? Is this a hit?
I don't know that one.
Really? So maybe they'll bring him out. So what's the question?
My question was when rappers and music producers for rappers refer to, they say that was a record.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like they're only referring to one song.
Yeah, a hit record is a song.
Okay, but you said that he won Record of the Year, which applies to his whole album, and then he had Song of the Year, right?
Was that Record of the Years that counts as?
I think it applies to the single song. I think it's like.
So what's the difference between a record and a song?
One is a songwriting award and one is a production award, I
think.
I believe so.
So wait, record refers to what?
I'm not sure which is which, but I assume that it's like the overall like production of the song. So different people will go up on stage, like probably the producer will go up on stage for that, whereas the songwriter might go up on stage. I think like Miranda Lambert won maybe Song of the Year for House That Built Me or something like that one year, and this like chubby, like fat country like songwriter or something went up and accepted it because it's like a different award. You get something, it's for a different thing.
Dr. Dre would win Record of the Year.
Dr. Dre, who has a child with a woman who is 16, certified pedophile.
Is that so?
What?
Does he really?
He had a child with
It's
a woman
crazy
who
to be
was 16.
to be spitting hate on Dre like that.
Why? Wait, so
You're just mad that he didn't pass you the torch, brother.
You're in favor
You're just
of
mad
him
that Kendrick got the
having
torch.
a kid with a 16-year-old?
Did you hear when Kendrick when he first won Record of the Year and he goes shout out Dre, and the crowd thought he said Drake, and they were like, oh, and he was like Dre.
He reiterated
He needs to
it?
enunciate.
Yeah,
Like he needs to
he
lesson.
went like Dr. Dre.
Did he say doctor?
No, but he said Dre.
He wouldn't give him his credentials.
PhD.
Andre.
MD.
Shout out Andre.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm all West Coast now.
Are you really?
It's tough. I mean, dude, I was pretty stoked for Kendrick when he won.
It proves that
he's kind of just a badass.
it proves that saying someone's a pedophile is the worst thing that you could say
Oh,
about
yeah,
them.
for
Worse than a
sure.
murderer. Worse than the R wordist.
I don't know about that.
No, because it implies it. Because it's statutory R word.
Yeah. What did you think about Beyonce winning Album of the Year? I feel like that was kind of dog shit. I feel like Sabrina got snubbed.
Sabrina got
I
subbed.
feel like Sabrina and Billy got snubbed.
Billy is goated, bro.
Did Billy even win anything? I think
Billy
I think she went home empty-handed.
Well, didn't she sweep it up last
She
year?
swept it up the last couple of years.
But
Brought
that
out the brooms.
Birds of a Feather is as good as or better than any song that was played last night.
Oh yeah, and so is Sabrina.
want you to
You're leaving
stay.
out Sabrina.
Sabrina's performance was
I
incredible.
don't like Sabrina.
What? No,
I'm
bro.
working late
'Cause
I'm a singer.
Her whole performance was sick. How she was like, pretending to mess up.
Bro, Sabrina changed the game. She didn't even win New Artist of the Year.
She's not new though.
She's new enough.
No, bro, she's not new. She's goated.
Who won New Artist? Shaboos?
Was it Doach?
On Dave's
Oh,
video.
it was Chaperone.
Oh yeah, Chappelle won that. Dave's video of Dave's video talking about Shabuzi. I was crying laughing. Just being like this guy he's got one song that's gonna carry him for the rest of his life. He's like New Artist of the Year. The song's been out for a decade. Song came out less than a year ago. It came out in April.
I think he thinks he's Lil Nas X.
I think he does.
What was Lil Nas X's first song?
The cowboy one.
I'm gonna take my horse to the
Yeah.
old town road. I think he thinks that that's the same song. The
Yeah,
same
probably,
guy.
yeah.
There's almost no doubt in my mind that
Yeah.
Dave has Nas X and Shabuzi confused.
I'm not a huge Shaboos fan.
Well, everybody else is incredible singers on stage. Like Teddy Swims. Even the guy who's like, please take these beautiful things.
Yeah, dude, when they brought up that guy, I was like, fuck this guy. And then when he did the front flip, I was like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
This guy did a misty flip
It was
off of a piano
so sick.
and then hit like a high C.
He was wearing like jeans and a jacket, and then he does a front flip, and all of a sudden he's wearing this like skin tight latex jumpsuit singing his song. And I was like, it was badass.
Tell us why you're out on Sabrina Carpenter. Too sexual?
I just think
Too freaky.
her face is rounder than a clock.
Oh, so it's strictly physical.
Yeah, I don't like
Purely
I need-
aesthetic.
I prefer a little bit more of a I don't know, like an aquiline feature, and hers
This is dangerous waters that you're swimming in right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much as dangerous as it could get.
Why?
Going after like the biggest pop stars. You're
I'm
looking
not
for-
going after her. It's just
saying
not for
the
me.
reason that you don't like Sabrina Carpenter is because her face is too round.
Yeah.
Like we might want to cut it. We might want to cut this.
Okay, we'll cut it.
Now we're gonna leave.
No,
it
we
in.
gotta
Now we're
bleep
gonna
it.
teach you a lesson.
I don't
Okay,
like
we'll
Sabrina
leave it in.
Carpenter
You're gonna call
because-
me. You're gonna call me on Friday and be like, I just don't see a world where I can stay at Barstool. I'm legitimately thinking about leaving.
She doesn't have stands like that yet.
Yes, she does.
I'm saying like that at Barstool, like for example, at Barstool, there's Taylor Watch, there's Dave caping for, there's Brianna caping for Taylor. Like nobody's caping for Sabrina at that level yet. I like her as well.
I am. I'll clip this out and I'll post it on my socials. I'll
Like,
post it on
she's
my
bro
main
for
Twitter
sure.
account. I'll post it on my main Twitter account. First tweet in 3 years. And it's going to be just Francis saying that Sabrina Carpenter has a round face.
Different strokes for different folks. I think that Gracie Abrams is sick.
Oh, no. Mid. Industry plant.
Chappelle Roan sick.
Industry plant.
I like her.
Dochi sick.
Who's Doshi?
The rapper.
Not familiar?
Crocodile Bites Don't Heal.
Jacob Collier
Alligator
did
Bites Don't
something.
Heal, I mean.
He was playing the piano alongside someone.
Yes. I ran into him after the last pop punk show in D.C.
He was there?
Yeah, he was just rocking out.
What?
He's like, I love your arrangements.
Are you for real?
Your arrangements are unbelievable.
Boy, that guy is amazing.
Yeah,
you ever
he's-
watch him conduct an entire audience?
He's like, he's a virtuoso, but he can't make a catchy song to save his life.
No, well, I think it's the timbre of his voice.
Right, he's like, has
Yeah.
this down low voice.
There were
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, right. Right.
there were a couple bad performances last night. The Michael
Shabuzi.
Jackson impersonation
Oh, yeah,
was
that was
dog
ass.
shit. Dog
By
shit.
Janelle Monáe.
That was literally like if you pulled one of the Michael Jackson impersonators off of Times Square, they would have done a better
They would have
job.
smoked her.
Yeah.
Well, she was like singing it wrong.
Like her
What
actual
song did they do?
I forget, but her actual impersonation was good. Like the moves
The
were
dance
good.
was, but
the
like
voice
she sang,
was
she like
awful.
pushed it in like a full voice instead of hitting like
Yeah.
a pretty baby.
Yeah, she fucked up.
Gotta hit it up there, bro. Monet fucked up. Shabuzi, probably just not a good singer.
You ever
It's
see
fine.
the video of Chris
Not either.
Brown doing Michael Jackson right after he died, and he starts crying?
No.
He starts weeping as he's singing "The Man in the Mirror" because Michael Jackson was such an influence on him.
certified
could see that.
pedophile?
And then the woman who's holding the phone is going, "Oh my God, oh my God!"
Because he died.
No,
He did
because
it
he's
as soon as he found out he died, he just started crying and fucking dancing.
Really?
Yeah, he started moonwalking.
That's a badass way to react.
as soon as it happens, if you just break into the hee hee and fucking.
That would be like if fucking Louis died and I just broke out in Louis bits
crying
out of
as you
nowhere.
do.
Yeah.
How long between the Twin Towers did you jerk off? I had to, because otherwise they win.
Cinnabon's a fat faggot treat.
That would be funny.
The only way. That's what he would have wanted. That's what Michael Jackson would have wanted.
Oh, for sure. He
Remember-
would have wanted that around the world.
His old show, one of his last concerts, he has Chris Tucker on stage and Usher on stage, and they're all like taking turns moonwalking. It was pretty sick. Oh, so sick that you almost excuse it.
There's really nothing there's nothing more
The pedophilia.
crazy than watching the live Michael Jackson performances where people are just dropping like flies in the crowd. The second he gets on stage, people are literally passing out because they're so overwhelmed by excitement.
Well, that's what the Beatles did too.
Yeah.
Or like the Filipino person that like runs onto this like jib and like holds on to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What about sunlight?
And he doesn't
he's
even
just
kick
like-
him off.
he's
Yeah.
like- he holds him because they're
Yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah.
All I have to say is that they don't really care about us. Bro, what's your guys' favorite Michael Jackson song?
Thriller.
Beat It.
Beat It's a good one. Or Billie Jean.
Mine is Human Nature. Ooh. Quincy
I never
Jones,
really
like,
got super
fucking
into
young.
MJ. Kind
Really?
of knew from the beginning that something was off.
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, also you were
I was a kid.
in the target demographic.
Yeah. I remember my parents said,
Emphasis
stay
on
away from this man.
Target.
It could have
Yeah.
been you.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to recruit you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He saw some of your early tweets.
Yeah.
You're going to be a big star, little Sass.
The South Park episodes of Michael Jackson are always bangers.
I could see Sass's parents being like, "Hey, we have an invitation from Michael Jackson for you to visit his house and ride his roller coaster." And Sass being like, "I don't want to fucking do that.
Fucking hate
Shit
roller
sounds
coasters.
gay as hell."
Really? It's like tailored to be a wonderland for children. You just think like Michael Jackson's a loser. That's why you don't get molested by him.
Sass's dad is like, don't fuck this up for me. You're going.
This weekend, well, I guess in the last couple of weeks, me and Mook have been talking about doing we want to do a Barstool ranked play Call of Duty tournament.
What?
Yeah.
New content from the Sass man?
New content, and I think it's going to be pretty sick.
Who's going to be in it?
We don't really know. So the problem is there's obviously not enough people at Barstool that play or care enough about Call of Duty to do the tournament. But I think what we're going to try to do is the only way to make it interesting, because like obviously if it was just Barstool people on teams, it would be like me and Mook would fucking...
No, but then it's like, I mean, me, Enrique, TJ, Gia, Devlin, Smitty. Who else are heads?
Does Enrique
Ray?
still work here?
Yeah.
I don't
Ray
think
is
Enrique's worked here for 3 years.
Yeah, but he was. I mean, he
The
was our
fuck
best.
are you talking
He was
about?
our best Valorant player by far. He was sick at Valorant. You never watched the streams?
I love how Roan and I can say something that is so fucking out of left field and wrong, and you single in on one tiny part of it that's so inconsequential.
Well, everyone
and
that
be
he
like,
listed...
that's great, and you say that's crazy.
Well, everything that he
Enrique-
listed, everyone he listed aside for himself, which I knew was a joke. Enrique actually did play a ton of video games and he streamed video games,
Yeah,
but he
that's
doesn't.
my
But
point.
he hasn't worked here.
Is
That's my
Gia
point.
really good at Call of
Gia
Duty?
plays a lot of video
Yeah.
games.
She's more Fortnite, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. What did I know? I don't know. I don't
No
know
girls
anything.
allowed in this tournament.
Ever
though.
since this episode started, I haven't taken much of an interest
It's a
in
chess
what
game.
we've talked about.
It's a
I
chess
kind of
game.
want to get back to that guy. It's just been Call of Duty and the Grammys, neither of which I have any footing in.
I don't have any footing in the Grammys either, but we made it work.
You knew everything and everybody.
We made it
You
work.
might have been one of the voters.
One of the 13,000.
You wrote the
There are
fucking
13,000.
envelopes.
And they were patting themselves on the back for being like, there's
There's
3,000
13,000.
women.
Yeah.
There's 13,000, and now we have 3,000 women.
We've
It's like,
changed.
that's still a
We've
fucking
changed. We've
massive
listened
disparity.
and we've changed.
Yeah.
That was like the big message last
You're
night.
telling me there were 10,000 men? That's a nice round number. We had to send it to 13?
Yeah, that's unlucky.
Thanks a lot.
Francis, it would be almost even way funnier if you message the guy like several hours later saying that you're really successful. Like if it had gone dead. and
I don't
you're
think
like,
I can. I don't think I can talk.
I think
to
it's
him
like Uber
anymore.
Eats. I think it's like once the delivery's done, you
Once
can no
the
longer
game's
make
over,
contact.
you can't say it again.
What if you go through their back channels? If you go through the chess app's interface or something like that, make a complaint. Say he said something nasty. We'll get his name and then just be like, hey, I don't want to press charges. I just want to talk to him. And then once you get him in a room and talk to him, you tell him you're actually very successful as a comedian.
It's a good idea.
That's a good thought. I wonder if I can find this.
But yeah, so we're looking to start up this this ranked tournament. But the idea that I had is I think we should do at least one Barstool person per team, because we need at least, I think we want at least 3 to 5 teams minimum. And then do like a bracket and then do, but I think it would be impossible if we did all Barstool people because it's not enough Barstool people. So I think we do 2 to 1.
Jerry?
Well, Jerry's already locked in, but we do 1 to 2 Barstool people per team, and then you can bring in whoever you want.
White Boy Rick?
You could bring in White Boy Rick if you want. But
No,
like,
he's another Barstool guy.
you could have White Boy Rick on if you want. But
Oh,
Pat
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 Bev smashes.
Bev could work. Yeah,
We're
but I
low-key
just
stacked.
have
think
the
Arian
idea.
plays too.
Yeah, Arian would work. I think it would be. I think it would be good. We would need someone to be a play-by-play announcer.
I found the guy.
Nick.
Shallow Mind 1.
Oh, okay. Find him, harass him, destroy him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Francis Army,
Yeah.
sicking boys and girls.
Dude, there's so many things. When I play chess on that thing, and people send me, there's a couple really douchey things that people do.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that I'm sure are probably things that people will do sometimes in Call of Duty, and in fact, I'm excited to hear what that version of this would be.
Okay.
But here's something that people will do early on in the game. 2 moves in, someone who's really cocky will offer you a draw.
I like that.
That's
It's like in
Carlson.
that movie Searching for Bobby Fischer.
I like that.
Take the dwarf.
That's a badass move.
Take the
though.
dwarf.
That's like Magnus shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Magnus.
Yeah.
And then if you
Showing up in the
decline the
game.
draw, they say like, okay, you had your chance.
Yeah. I fuck with that pretty heavily.
So that one's pretty enraging. And then another one is when one move kind of takes a piece, even if it's still somewhat in the middle of the game or something like that, they take a important piece, a knight or bishop or something. They'll go in the chat. They'll go GG, good game.
Oh yeah, that's standard.
But the game's not over.
Yeah, but it's standard. That's like the Steph Curry like turning around when the three's
Yes.
in the air.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that happens in Call of Duty.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Good game,
Yeah.
even though it's not over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the types of things where I would say if in the events where someone has sent that to me
Yeah.
and then I've come from behind and won the game, what do you think the appropriate thing to say back is?
You reply with whatever they said. You say GG back.
Good game back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for example, when we were on our ranked play streak, we're a full team. It's teams of 4. And we're a full team. And we're going up against another full team. Like they're all in the same chat together, clearly all friends, all of the same clan tag. We're the Bush clan. And they sent in the chat before the game even started free SR. And SR is what you win if you win a ranked game. It's how they determine your rank is by your SR level.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you have over like 11,000 SR, you're in the top 250 players in the world.
What does SR stand for?
I don't know.
This ain't no little itty bitty teeny tiny bowl. This is Super Bowl LIX. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Scoring touchdowns is the key to hoisting the Vince Lombardi Trophy, and you have a shot to score big by betting on them at the DraftKings Sportsbook, your number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Guys, give me a touchdown score, both of you. Quick.
Saquon Barkley.
Fucking
2.
beta. Oh, okay.
AJ Brown.
Okay, love that.
I like Devontae Smith too. Ooh, Dallas Goedert, one of the best playoff tight ends of all time.
Yes, these are all. So those are 4 fire touchdown picks.
Pick them all, honestly.
New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BOYDAD. That's code BOYDAD for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on the DraftKings Sportsbook. And everybody knows that crown is yours. This crown is your crown. This crown is my crown.
We love DraftKings here on Son of a Boy Dad. Thank you, DraftKings.
We also love Tempo Meals.
I want to do tempo meals, but we can do it together.
No, you do it.
When you think about fast food, you probably think about unhealthy, thought-out people like Mook. Just kidding. You probably think about unhealthy, thought-out patties dripping with grease, held by Connor Mook. But when you're on a tight schedule and need to save time, you might not have any other option. If this sounds familiar, you need to check out Tempo. Tempo can provide you with protein-packed fuel to save time without compromising your health goals. Tempo is a weekly delivery service that delivers chef-crafted meals from a dietitian-approved menu fresh to your door. Tempo serves up fast, feel-good, single-serving meals that are crafted to cook in just 3 minutes so you can eat well without sacrificing taste or convenience. With new recipes each week that are made with real ingredients and nutrient-rich, they make it easy to keep up a healthy lifestyle. This is the type of thing, again, where if Connor Mook were familiar with Tempo meals, he wouldn't be eating Burger King at 2 in the morning in Toronto, Canada.
He could do better. He could do better for himself.
And basically ensuring that he will not live to meet his grandchildren. For a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners of Son of a Boy Dad, 60% off your first box. Holy cow. Go to tempomeals.com/boydad. That's tempomeals.com/boydad for 60% off your first box. tempomeals.com/boydad. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Alrighty, let's talk about game time. We love getting out to live events, whether it's a concert, a football game, or a comedy show, and we always use Game Time, the official ticking partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time. With their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I was just looking at tickets for the Super Bowl, and I saw an amazing Game Time Picks deal for great seats, only around $3,000, and that's pretty good for the Super Bowl. That's very good. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks settings at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to go buy those Super Bowl tickets now, realistically probably tomorrow, with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app today. Use code BOYDAD to easily score great deals with the new Game Time Picks. What time is it? It is game time.
Seriously ranked.
Star rating?
Something like that, maybe. I don't know. But so they commented free SR.
Meaning they're going to get it.
Meaning they're getting the SR.
Automatic.
They're going to win. They're going to smoke us. We beat them. I type in the chat, free SR.
Nice.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah,
And then a 13-year-old somewhere smashing their controller. Like they're getting grounded because they just destroyed their
I think
room.
you'd be surprised. I don't think there's that many young kids playing Black Ops 6.
Well, that's probably how you're winning.
I think it's a lot of people my age.
You're playing against Joe Biden. You're finding like mentally deranged old people to play against.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm reaching another level on Call of Duty right now.
Well, aren't you bottom half of your own team?
PlayStation's in the red bag right now.
And you said it was an order of magnitude between you and Nate.
And then
and then
Peters is ahead of him.
Nate is
So you're bottom
below
half
Peters.
of your team.
Well, I'm one of our top subs.
You're closer
You're
to.
so-
I'm one of our top subs on the team. I am probably the top sub on our team.
Wait, you're not a starter?
No. We have two ARs and 2 subs. That's how you play ranked.
Oh, trust.
Can the subs play while the ARs are playing?
Yeah, you all play
don't-
together.
You don't tag them in or something?
You all
like
play
that?
together, but the strategy is that you have 2 people with assault rifles, so they're a little bit more long distance. They hang back kind of on the outskirts of the map and just pick people off one by one. And then you have subs who like were right in the action. And so
Right.
me, I'm a good like I got a clip. I'll send it to Tyler. He can put it in the podcast. But
Are you just running
just me playing hardpoint, just wiping out full team wipeout, 4
pell-mell
kills?
into the middle of the fray?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm telling you guys. I mean, I'm pretty much what I'm doing is I'm doing exactly what I did to Mook this weekend with the chair idea. I'm saying like you're gonna want in on this ranked tournament. When I'm saying I need play-by-play announcers, that's kind of me being like job's up for you guys if you want it.
You're asking me to do it.
If you want it, I'm just saying this is the next big thing at Barstool.
I'll do it.
But you got to understand Call of Duty to do it.
I don't understand Call of
So
Duty.
that's why you'd have to do some research.
Okay, I can do that. Where do I research?
You're gonna have to start watching. The CDL first major was this weekend. You could go back and watch it. Phase up. Shout out to Atlanta Phase. They won. They beat the LA Thieves.
Shout out to the
Phase
Bro
Clan?
Banks.
What?
FaZe Clan?
FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan won it all.
Actually?
Yeah.
Who's FaZe Clan?
Phase up.
I thought that was like a house full of influencers.
It started out as a gaming team, and then they kind of became all influencers, but they still have a gaming team.
Who's
There's-
on that? Is that like
You wouldn't know
Josh
any of the people.
Richards and
No, you
There's a
wouldn't know
dude named
anybody.
Banks who used to write about the Ravens for Barstool, and now he's in FaZe.
he actually
FaZe
is?
Banks, yeah.
That's
Banks used to
fucking
write
cool.
for Barstool?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
Look it
did.
up. Yeah, see?
He's from Boston.
He wrote Ravens.
He's from Lowell. Why would he have?
I mean, a lot of people from Boston cover other cities.
why would he? I'm not gonna see. I don't like that. I don't fuck with that. I'm gonna tell Big Cat about that tonight at dinner.
What are you talking about? Why'd you bring up Big Cat?
Because I'm just saying, like, you throw shade. Like, Big Cat's a friend of mine.
And mine.
It doesn't seem that way,
Why?
but it's all right.
You-
Maybe I'll take that extra ticket. I could go. I'm just gonna go tell Big Cat Rome was shitting on you on the podcast. I'll get that extra ticket.
I mean, you're from Boston. You are rooting
Boston
for the
area.
Eagles.
I'm not rooting for the.
You're
You
Bill-
just said go Birds. What are you talking
You're
about?
a Bills fan.
You wear Bill stuff every day.
Which
Why?
means-
It doesn't
and
matter.
I
you're-
wore Bill stuff once in the
you're-
last calendar year.
You're a Bills fan because you met the team, which is what children with cancer say.
How many times have you met? How many teams have you met?
Not full teams because I've never been
Never.
fucking terminal.
Yeah. I wasn't terminal either.
Yeah, right.
Look, dude, I'm saying get in on this Call of Duty ranked play tournament. You will meet the team. Like, we'll have a box at the next Super Bowl, guaranteed. It'll say, "Oh, there's the Barstool ranked squad is here," and they'll pan to us on the TV. And
I would
we'll
love
like,
to be part of it. I don't have I don't know if I have the time to research Call of Duty though. But enough people are into it. I mean, I watch everything on YouTube. I get into dumb rabbit holes, so I could probably acquire the taste
I just think I think it's a good idea, and I think it'll be fun. I like the idea of having people that aren't Barstool affiliated at all being in it, because I think that's going to make it interesting.
Who's the dude that used to be an announcer on esports? Benson? What's his name? Benson Bow or something like that?
I think the idea of like
study.
Jerry having his own team and Jerry just like
Benson Bow.
recruiting these fucking like demons from the internet is hilarious. Yeah. Like I think that's going to be like hilarious content.
Yeah.
Jerry playing with like 5 16-year-olds who are just like running laps around everyone else on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like I'm not doing it to win. Doing it for the greater good of the Call of Duty.
So do you have teams that you root for?
In Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I'm an optic man.
Are you?
Through and through.
Shout out Hitch.
Shout out Hitch. Shout out Scump. Shout out Shotzi.
Hitch is the bro for real.
I'm a Texas optic fan, but we lost to Miami, so
Yeah. I mean, that's an L. It's tough to take an L.
tough to take an L.
Yeah, I'm down to I'm down to fucking study up.
Boston Breach.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. You guys don't like the idea? That's fine.
I said I'm down.
Like the idea,
I
that's
said
fine.
yes right away.
Just saying, when you can when you start to notice that like my focus is starting to drift away from the podcast and to other things, don't be surprised.
Why? Well, why would that happen?
Because my Call of Duty private tournament.
Oh, you mean just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
Sass, I'll tell you what. If you
like, we're gonna be busy. We're gonna get busy.
We're at a point with your commitment right now where if you were to go any lower, you wouldn't be here.
That's so untrue. That is so false. No one cares more about the show than me. Something funny?
No, I agree. It's funny because it's true, you know?
Sass sent us a text. I have to say this. Today, these two have a flight soon. Very soon.
It's not that soon.
4:00, right? Got to be there at 3.
It's 1:30.
Yeah.
Fine.
Traffic out of the city.
At 1:30? Light work.
Okay, whatever.
I got to check a bag, and Sass does not care.
Point is this. I was in the Hudson Valley this morning.
I was in Canada last night.
Yesterday afternoon, probably.
Yesterday afternoon, I was in Canada.
What time did you get home? Be honest.
Like 7 p.m.
Really?
Yes.
Why'd you take such a late flight?
Because there was no other options on Delta. It was either that or like 4 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I was in the Hudson Valley this morning, and I knew that these two, we had a 12 p.m. sharp start time because they had a flight. And I said, okay, I'm going to make sure I'm there on time. And I had to wake up early, clean up my place, do all kinds of stuff. Do some work stuff.
Reheat the salmon.
Yep.
Hot cold tub. Clean off the green egg.
I couldn't cold tub, although I did cold tub. I did cold tub on like Friday night when I got up there, and there was a full 8-inch layer of ice. Did I send this to you guys?
No, but I've seen these videos. Did you have to bring out like the sledgehammer?
I had to bring out buckets of boiling water.
Oh, really?
I filled up the tea kettle 5 times.
Oh, that was taking forever.
I did that, and I was pouring like holes through it, and then I would try to lift it, and it was too heavy. So then I got a huge my Dutch oven, and I filled that, and to get that boiling took a long time.
It must have taken an hour.
But I got that boiling, and then I reached an arm through, and I cut my hands up so much. All my hands are cut up
ice?
From the ice. The ice got so sharp. But I pulled the thing out, and then there was still a bunch of loose pieces floating under. And I got in and I did it. And then I tried to film a funny video.
It was probably like a hot bath. It was probably like a jacuzzi. When
you just poured a gallon of boiling water in there.
I know exactly the temperature.
What was it?
33.
Not bad.
It's cold
Not
as
bad.
fuck.
And I did 5 minutes. And it felt fine. I had no problem with it. Probably because I worked out so hard.
Probably, yeah.
I've been crushing workouts.
That's
Best
good.
shape of my life right now.
That's good.
Such good.
I'm happy to hear that.
So nice for your inflammation, probably.
Immediately after a workout, especially because I have bad elbows, but I do a lot of dips.
Yeah.
Not great. Probably the single worst thing that I could do for my elbows.
But what, are you going to neglect your triceps?
Exactly.
Dips are badass.
I can't just have huge buys and small tries.
Dips are badass.
Well, and there's no tricep exercise you could do that won't affect your elbow.
You're absolutely right.
There's
You're
nothing.
absolutely
skull
right.
crushers didn't really ever affect my elbows.
What are you talking about?
I never felt the pressure on my elbows from skull crushers.
It's
like I do on
directly.
dips.
There's everything.
I feel like
tricep is elbow flexion.
if you do skull crushers the right way, I feel like they're not as hard on the elbows as dips are. Dips, I would do dips and I would get off and like my elbows would immediately be sore.
How deep would you go on your dips?
Deep.
Really?
Deep.
That's not true.
As deep as I could get.
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing more badass than just being able to just bang out dips.
Dips are hard. But I was doing, I did that. And then as soon as I finished, I went straight home, got in the cold tub, elbows in.
This was this morning?
No, that was like Friday night.
Oh.
I couldn't, but then the issue was I left the water in and I did Saturday, but then I couldn't leave the tub filled with water because it's gonna the ice expands, and if it had refrozen, it might have really damaged the tub.
Yeah.
So I had to winterize it, and I drained all the water out.
Interesting.
How'd you drain it?
In the bottom, I took the hoses off that connected to the chiller.
You threw it over the balcony?
I just let it flow off.
It's a ground level building.
Off the balcony. It actually is the ground level.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I've been.
Yes, he has.
You've never been?
No, but hold on.
You never been
I've
upstate?
only seen still photos.
You never been upstate?
You came when I was in the place I was in temporarly.
Oh, yes, I forgot
Which,
you.
by the way, is much nicer than
You
than
gave
my
me that
place now. My
explanation.
place now is great, but it's not. That was bigger.
Yeah.
That was a holdover. And now, you know what's not good about the fact that I'm at ground level is that all the people around me who have similar places as a condo, they're all saying that our radon levels are high.
The fuck is radon?
Radon is apparently some sort of disease that happens to rocks.
I had no
Rocks
idea that rocks could be
decompose
afflicted by disease.
in the foundation of a building. The rocks underneath can start to decompose and rot and cause radon levels to rise, and this can lead to cancer and stuff, bad stuff.
Interesting.
Cancer for the rocks, or
I don't know. People.
really?
I would think. And the lower you are to ground level, each successive floor up you go is half the level of the one below.
Interesting.
And since I'm at the ground level, I think I'm absorbing all the radon for the people above.
God.
Because I
radon buffer.
I move around a lot.
So
You
is
need a
there
moat.
discussion about trying to minimize the radon levels?
I guess there's some way to do it. I don't really know what it is. You can create some sort of pipe system.
I think if you spray the rocks with Roundup, it kills the radon.
I don't know. We can't get in there. This is beneath the whole building.
Oh, I see.
You'd have to dig in.
So they're just gonna have to fill the ground with Roundup.
They will. But here's the other issue. Beneath my building is a basement filled with storage units.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm storing my wine, the wine that I'm trying to age, because it's nice and cool and damp down there. So the conditions are actually pretty good for aging wine. And I think radon is actually probably very good for aging wine.
It's giving it a little bit more of a nuclear taste.
Funk. A little bit of a funk. Yeah.
Oh my God. You need chemotherapy for those rocks.
Here's what we need. If anyone out there knows
He's
how
a radon
to
expert.
cure radon from rocks or what to do in the event of high radon levels, please advise.
Indirectly, too, because you don't have direct access to the rocks. Right?
Correct. And let me know if this is something I actually need to worry about, because as it stands right now, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, I don't think you should be that worried, but I don't know where you're getting it that it's going to make the wine better.
I made that up to make myself feel better about the fact that I'm storing wine down there in the heart of
the
all the
radon.
radon.
Yeah.
You're at the nucleus.
I'm at the fucking core.
the reactor.
Yeah, the open core.
I'm imagining just like there's like one rock that's like huge in the basement that's just like neon green and it's like pulsating out radon.
Kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radon is just flowing through it.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you move it, it like burns your hands or some shit. So it's
you
just
just
down
see your
there.
skeleton like
Yeah.
Marv from Home Alone.
It's just down there with like a sheet over it.
Damn, that makes me concerned for you. I didn't realize the radon was that bad. It's also the kind of name where it seems dangerous in like a 1960s way.
It sounds like a way of abbreviating the show Ray Donovan.
Yes.
Ray Don.
Shout out to Ray Donovan.
Shout out Lev.
Lev Fair, yes, a legend. Very great comic.
He was in Ray Donovan.
Interesting.
Ray Don.
I forgot Lev Fair was in Ray Donovan as a young man.
I have a story, and I didn't know if I wanted to tell it,
You have to, no.
but it's kind of crazy
Okay.
and pretty upsetting.
That's such a good.
You won't
preamble.
you guys won't be upset by it, but it was upsetting to me.
What was the story that I was telling you before, and you were like, "Save that for the podcast"?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
start with that.
No. Do yours first.
What was yours? What was it?
The hotel thing. It's really not that.
I
great
love
of a
your
story.
hotel stories.
It really
though.
wasn't that good of a story, though.
We'll use that as a palate cleanser because this story is upsetting.
Okay, tell yours, and then I'll tell mine. Then we got to go.
I went out with a buddy of mine on Friday night after I did my cold tub and my workout and cooked myself a fillet of halibut
This is upstate.
in a Mediterranean preparation with diced olives,
Sounds delicious.
blistered tomatoes,
Oh.
white wine,
Oh,
olive oil,
that sounds delicious.
paprika, garlic powder,
Sometimes I like to
onion
quarter
powder,
a persimmon and throw it in there.
and then fresh dill once it came out of the oven.
Oh,
And I started it at a slow bake, 375 for probably like 18 to 20 minutes, and then finished it on a broil.
when does it get sad? Because so far it sounds like a delight of a night.
Well, I was just saying I was having a nice night.
Yeah.
And then my buddy said, hey, come meet me at this bar. And I went out and I got there and everyone he was with was already pretty banged up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was way behind because they'd had a pretty boozy dinner. And I didn't know any of the people that he was with. And one of them was the mayor of a town nearby.
Mm.
Okay. She was very aggressive until finally I was like, this isn't going to get any better. Nobody's helping me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna come out and say,
Yeah.
like,
You suck.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Dude, I think telling someone to their face you're brutal
Yeah.
is the most damning indictment
Yeah.
just about that you can tell
That
someone.
or a
Yeah.
tough hang.
Tough hang.
Yeah.
Tough hang is so much softer.
Yeah.
You're brutal to be around.
Yeah.
Doubling down.
Yeah,
That was like the worst thing
that's
I could
rap battle level.
come up
meme.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're inconvenient to be around.
I think it's an appropriate response.
But also, it's an introduction of like a new dynamic. Like we're going through the Lion's Gate into the age of Aquarius, where girl bosses have like this power where they're industrialized to see pieces of man meat and just be
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna have that."
There's a whole
Smoking a cigarette.
There's a whole Workaholics episode about that where like they get a new CEO and it's a woman, and then all the girls get all the sales positions and all the men turn into like Adam Devine is was that his name?
I
Adam
think it's divine, yeah.
He's walking around with fucking he has like a skin tight buttoned up shirt on, and all the girls are like, "Why don't you bend over and pick up those pencils?" Like they'll like knock over a thing of pencils.
But this is actually real and happened
Yeah.
too, which
Yeah.
is fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the price of the girl boss. Like we watch the Grammys, we see all these women fucking thriving. The undercurrent of that nasty society that they're creating is what happened to our victim friend Francis over here.
It's time for the patriarchy to swing back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm still kind of reckoning with it and trying to figure out how I could have handled it differently and you know, also unfortunately I had been on the verge of I didn't want to go out.
Yeah, yeah.
I had 2 pints of ice cream out softening.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was in my comfortable clothes. I had a joint ready to go and I was going to watch Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
And I had already rented it, but I hadn't hit play yet.
So you
thank
have
God. So the timer hadn't
the
started.
window's open.
But
That description makes me feel worse for you now,
yeah,
knowing how much better your night could have been.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
And as I was
That's a
on my
night you
way
can't
home,
get back.
as I was on my way home, I said to myself, never again.
Yeah.
I'm never going out again. Because I know I would have had a wonderful time at home. I had the electric fireplace going. I was cozy.
Yeah.
I had gotten the bed pillows off the bed to put behind me on the couch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which is the height of luxury. And I was about to get the duvet from the bed
Yeah.
to be under that.
And just
which,
pass out there?
Bro,
just watch
Couch
yourself
night.
to sleep?
Yeah,
when
couch
you
night.
turn the couch into the bed,
Yeah.
you have committed to
Yeah.
the height of luxury.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And she fucking ruined it, dude.
It was bad. And then the next night I did it and it didn't have the same effect. And Gladiator 2 was legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen. How come nobody told me that?
I think it was probably good. I think you were probably
No.
No, dude, that
It was
movie
bad.
sucked
Really?
balls.
It was Gladiator. They tried to hit almost every note that Gladiator 1 hit with, and just like shoehorn like some weird ass energy from like
Game of Thrones.
Denzel,
Like
yeah.
it was like Gladiator 1 is being done as a sequel with Game of Thrones elements from some absolutely lowly staffer who had a vague part that they did in the production of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So it was like just
I never saw the
corny,
first one, so
melodramatic to no end.
Maximus Decimus Meridius ain't got shit on me.
Denzel Washington is the only person speaking with an American accent in the whole movie.
yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it. I haven't seen the 1st one, so
First one's amazing.
You haven't watched the first Gladiator?
no. That time period doesn't really interest me at all.
What's weird is that so many people had told me, it is what you want it to be. It's fun. I knew what I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be Gladiator 1.
Yeah.
I thought it would be 70% of Gladiator 1.
Yeah.
Great fight scenes.
No, they try to redo the same like beat for beat shit.
Bro.
Like they're trying to remake exact fights.
It was horseshit.
How have you not watched Gladiator 1, bro?
I just haven't seen it.
It's the best piece of content from that time period.
Yeah.
We kind of got to go.
What is your story you want to say?
Oh, yeah.
Give us that.
Well, it's not really that good of a story. I feel like it's been hyped
I mean,
up.
Francis just smoked you with a fucking
Yeah, I feel
nasty,
like mine's
salacious
I don't
sexual assault tale.
I don't
Sexual
feel good
scandal.
about my story. My story isn't a good story.
Well, because you
It's a
have the
shit.
stink of victimhood.
Yeah, it's a shit experience.
Yeah.
You have the film of being assaulted by a woman in a power position.
Oh, it also clarified for me. So something that people have often said to me now when they're like, when they find out that I'm divorced, they're like, oh, dude, but being single at 35 is awesome. You can go, 15 years in either direction. I'm like, I don't want to go right.
Yeah.
I don't need this much
Well, if it was
wingspan.
Heidi Klum, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
If
I'm
it's like
okay
Halle Berry.
operating in like a 2-year, 3-year window on either side. I don't
Yeah.
need to go 15 years older into mayor territory to satisfy my lust
Yeah. Established
for
politicians.
older fucking
Yeah.
women that are at the helm of the political machine.
Yeah.
You told Leslie nope, though. You know what I mean? You put your foot down.
I said, nope.
Nope.
And she said, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, your hotel story.
Real quick before he tells this,
Mm-hmm.
I found out this week that for the Super Bowl that they do have an extra ticket for me. But I had already told Sass that I was going to go with him. And now, because of my loyalty to Sass, I'm like, I already sent him money to get a ticket. So I'll pay for a ticket instead of taking a free Super Bowl ticket because of my loyalty and because he complained a little bit.
Dude, that is preposterous.
And
I don't even really think I
thousands of
disagree.
dollars.
I don't even think
I
that's,
know.
I don't
That's-
even think that's that like heroic of a thing to do.
That's preposterous. What you should do is take the free ticket and then at best split the cost of his ticket.
Yeah, but he'd be sitting alone. My ticket would be with Max, Jack Mack, and a DraftKings representative.
Fuck, is there no way to
I'm
find
fine sitting by myself.
Is there no way to find
No,
a-
you're not.
I swear on my life I am.
There's no way.
I swear to God I would be completely fine sitting alone.
Can you look for a ticket
I swear to God.
nearby and then like do
Move people
quarters or
around?
something like that?
I genuinely don't care. Like I would dude, I
for the cost
love
of
football. You think I wouldn't? You
$5,000?
think I would be mad if I had to sit at the Super Bowl alone and watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I
probably.
I would literally be sitting there and I would be like, "This is the greatest experience of my entire
You
life."
already started giving me shit about it,
I was
and you just told me that it wasn't that bad.
This
And
is
you're
how
like, "Here's
this
why
is
it's not
how
that bad."
this is how guilty Roan felt. I barely even pushed his buttons about it. He goes.
You editing it in live time in real time?
No. He goes. I sent him a ticket prices yesterday, and I go, tickets are down to already in the 3,000 area. They were $18,000 last week. And he goes, see, that's a good deal. That's all in. And he goes, also, Max is saying there's a seat for me in the game time bundle. I'm still leaning towards buying with you. And then I said, got it. So you're squeezing me out. That's what I'm hearing. I'm
Yeah.
completely joking. I'm literally,
You just never
I'm in the
know
air.
with you.
I'm in the air flying back from Toronto. I don't give a shit. And he goes, LOL, no. You're hearing I'd rather spend $5,000 than squeeze you out. And then I said, don't even sweat it.
Which is like, what was the first thing you
And
said?
then an hour later, I go, dude, why did you just send me $5,000?
I sent it to
You
you.
Venmo'd him the money?
Yeah.
For the whole
go,
ticket?
I go, why did you just send me that? And
That's
I said,
also the limit
I said, yeah,
that you can send on Venmo.
I said, what the fuck? And he said, for tickets, signs of good faith. And I said, that is retarded. And I said, but sounds good. When should I buy?
Which
You
is crazy.
took
I
the
would
money?
never let people know that you talk like that.
Dude, my Venmo, I literally can't send him back that much money.
Why not?
My cap is like $1,500.
Mine
I'd have
might
to
be
send it back in
2.
increments over the next 3 months. I can't send him back that money. That's on him.
And that's how much.
I'm baffled by this whole thing. First of all, I can completely understand why he read your messages
When he was like, "Yeah, no sweat,"
as
it's like the
totally
most
passive aggressive
I
and
was
not
totally
funny or joking at all. And then
That's how I text both of you guys.
What? How?
I never would have replied to that and been like, dude, take that ticket completely. Obviously, I was going to give you shit about it. If you told me you're not going to the Super Bowl, I would have been like, okay, I guess I'm going home on Wednesday. It would not have been the
right,
end of the
because you
world.
wouldn't want to sit alone.
No, because I need a reason to be able to stay out there.
in Sass's defense, when he's actually mad that you've done something, in the moment he says, "Oh, okay, no problem." And then for the ensuing 6 months to a year, he talks about it on the podcast.
And that's really what I thought was going on. He literally
pretends he
said,
doesn't know that you have a sister.
He was
That's
like,
what
no,
I was hoping. That's what I was hoping would have come from it. Like that would have been best case scenario.
Yeah.
and he said no sweat, which is the same thing. Like, oh, okay, no problem. He said no sweat, and I was like, okay, the passive aggressive
'Cause I was thinking-
rumble
yes.
is coming from deep in his
I
tummy.
was in part of me in the back of my head when you sent that thing. I was thinking to myself, I was like, would I want to go to the Super Bowl with Roan? Yeah, of course.
Right.
Would it be great content if I was last minute squeezed out
Yeah.
and I could make a big fuss about it on the podcast? That's also great content.
He was trying to ward you off at the pass,
Yeah.
just as General Grant did to sending Sherman
Yeah,
to
I would have
Sherman
showed
down
up
to
on
Atlanta.
I would have showed up when we record on Wednesday
hold
with
the
the
front
Mahomes
as he
jersey
attacked Vicksburg
would have gone viral.
in
What?
the Vicksburg
Would have changed
campaign.
the podcast forever.
That's not true, bro.
All right, wait, hold on. We need to figure out the resolution to this, and you guys have to go. So the question is, why didn't you? The solution here, the smart solution, is take the free ticket and then search on Game Time to see if there is another seat close by, and then you're not feeling that bad that you're not sitting together. You can kind of like someone, send some guy for a quarter, send some guy.
No,
this.
Sass is gonna be like, I'm probably just gonna leave early. Like he's like, if he's at the game sitting alone, he's like, dude, I had to get
Traffic's
out of there.
gonna get bad.
You
It's
just have a
like,
completely like
dude, we're walking home. Yeah,
You have the
I know.
complete-
Well,
you have the completely wrong idea about me.
I'm trying to make this go platinum on the podcast, bro.
Like, dude, like, yeah, like I'd like to go to the Super Bowl with you. I would be just as fine going to the Super Bowl by myself.
Just as fine.
Yeah.
Just as fine.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be better to go with me.
Like it would be fun
that's
to go with
insulting.
you.
That's
and, like,
so
insulting.
mean.
and like root for the Eagles. But like if I was by myself, if I could just, dude, I would put in the headphones. I'd listen to the broadcast by myself. Like I'd have a blast. Drink a couple
insane.
Heineken Zeros.
That is
Listen.
Very
listen
advanced
to, listen
autism.
To, listen to Kevin Harlan on the radio. Kevin Harlan's been calling the games for the Super Bowl for like 20 years on
is
radio.
there a delay between the call and what's
Yeah.
happening on the
Barely
field?
though.
you'll have to close your eyes and just kind of listen to the
It would be sick.
roar of the crowd.
I don't know what to say about this situation. First of all,
It's
it
okay. I
breaks
just
my
wanted to get it
heart.
out. I just wanted to get
It
it out.
would be
there.
weird of me to go to the Super Bowl by myself for the Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl. It's like the last Super Bowl that someone would go alone for.
Very few people are probably there alone. It's got to be very funny. But I want to go with you. It's almost worth the money to go with you.
I don't really care. I got to tell the story though, and then we have to leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm in the hotel. I get there Thursday. I stay. It's Friday afternoon. I just went to the gym. I get back. There's a knock on my door. Say housekeeping. I'm fully naked. I go. Oh no, I'm all set. I don't need anything. And they go, no, we need to go. We need to get something from your room. And then I was like, oh, okay. So then I got dressed and I opened the door and they just walk right in. Room is a fucking mess. And there's this white machine like this big that's like on the corner. It's like plugged in on the floor. And
Space heater.
it's something like that. Like I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was like a noise machine or something. Like it was just letting out like a white noise sound.
Oh, it was making sound?
It was making a sound. And
And you didn't think anything of it?
I was like, oh, that's a little weird that that's there. But I was like,
You didn't even think to unplug it or turn it off?
no, not at all. Like, not at all. The hotel was kind of shitty, so I was like, I'd assume it's like an air purifier or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like, it's not. The bathroom reeked of cigarettes. I was like, someone probably smoked in this room, and they're trying to.
Did a mayor stay in here?
Yeah, so I wasn't thinking about it that deeply. I was like, the hotel's shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was truly one of the worst hotels I've ever stayed in. So I was like, this is not like the end of the world. Didn't think anything of it. And then they come into my room, and it's these like 2 Asian ladies, but like they weren't housekeeping. Like, they said they were housekeeping. They're wearing like front desk employees like suits. Like, they have the suit with like the pin on them and shit. And they just walk right into my room, and they go over and they unplug it, and then she just grabs it, and she's holding the machine, and she looks at me and she goes, "We got to get this out of here. It's not good for you."
What?
And then like, but she says
Radon?
She says it 3 times. 3 times. She goes, "It's not good for you. We need to get it out of the room." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's totally fine." And then they left. And then I'm just like laying in bed for like 30 minutes. And then I texted them, and I was like, now I'm just sitting here being like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What was in my room that was like so bad that they had to like in the middle of my stay come and be like, "Oh shit, we got to go get that from his room."
Especially that they know about it.
Yeah.
That that the hotel desk manager can identify what this dangerous thing is.
I thought it was like it was like some machine that was like projecting rat poison, and it was like, I've just been inhaling it for the last 48 hours. And then I called the front desk, and they were like, "Yeah, it was a humidifier." And then I came to the conclusion that those people just didn't speak good English, and that was the only way they knew how to say that they had to get it out.
Maybe it was like a moldy old humidifier or something.
I don't know. The lady at the front desk barely spoke English too, though, so she was like, "It was a humidifier. They forgot it."
They got Mexicans in Canada too?
I gotta tell you, the sentence, "This is not good for you," that's not one of those ones that you typically get wrong, even in broken English.
I don't know.
It's no good for you.
Well, where are
versus
they
it's good for you.
They were Asian.
from?
Oh,
Asian.
I don't know what accent I was doing.
Yeah, I was thinking south of the border too.
Same. Because, now we have to send all ours up there.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, so the story wasn't really that good. I mean,
It's scary though.
it was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
crazy
happy
that
I called.
you had that and he has the radon all in the same
Yeah,
week.
the radon.
Yeah.
It's fucking dangerous.
All right, we got to go.
Wop 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 wop.
I'll be in DC. We added a Thursday late show because every other show sold out. So if there are tickets left, that's the only one. I hope to see you there. punchup.live/Francis Ellis.
Oh, I'm going to be in Boston in the end of February. Those shows are also almost sold out, so get them now, and don't be DMing me day of the show being like, "Can you get extra tickets?" Because there will be no extra tickets, so get them now.
Also, I'll be in New Brunswick, New Jersey at the Stress Factory on March 8th. One night only. That's Saturday night, 2 shows.
That is
Again,
a blast.
punchup.live/Francis Ellis, and then Providence in April.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Really?
If I'm around, can I feature for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be a blast.
Fuck yeah.
That room is so fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Cool.
All right, see you guys later this week.